Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today, and welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. Guys, today we're going to be doing the best bass fishing YouTube channels, in my opinion, of the year. So I'm gonna go over what I consider, I think I've listed 9 of them out here, what I consider the top 9 best bass fishing YouTube channels of 2023 that you can watch. So we're going to get into that in today's video. And also, please drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this list, and throw me your list out. I'd be curious to hear what everybody think of the best bass fishing YouTube channels out there. Also, guys, before we get started, just a couple of our daily dreaded quick housekeeping tips. I just want to remind you about we have our winter fish the moment lake map breakdowns up on the site right now. If you guys are looking for some good jerk baiting spots, A-rig spots, little finesse swim bait spots, it's a great resource. I'll put the Fish the Moment link or Fish the Moment Lake Map breakdown link in the description. And also, please check out my Tackle Warehouse link. This month of November, they have Black Friday sales every week, and I'll put that particular link in the description for this week. And if you guys can bookmark that link or use that link when you're ordering tackle, it's a good way to support the channel here. So much appreciated there. Okay, guys, first of all, what is a good YouTube channel? This is what you have to consider out there. I know that everybody sort of has a different viewpoint on what it is, but in my opinion, to me, I can sift through the BS pretty quick as far as YouTubers out there. There's a lot of bass fishing YouTubers out there that they sound like they know what they're talking about, but they really don't know what they're talking about. They spend a lot of time researching other YouTube channels, and they sort of copycat content a little bit. They sort of talk about things that they've read about or heard, and there's a lot of them that are successful doing that, but they don't have that hardcore fishing knowledge and the authenticity that I consider a good YouTuber out there. So be aware of that, because that is a lot more common than what you guys think here. But anyway, guys, I wrote a list down here just off the top of my head about the ones that really keep my attention, the ones that I like a little bit. So we're going to go through 9 all the way through 1. I'll start out with number 9 and then go to number 1, what I think is the best YouTube channel of 2023. Okay, number 9 is One Rod, One Reel Fishing. I've never talked about this one before. This is the host. His name's Michael, and forgive me if I mispronounce this. It's Hsiao, Hsiao. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. But I started watching some of his stuff over the past 6 months, and I really like it simply because of the diversity of the content. This guy fishes up in the Northeast a lot. He does everything. He's in a kayak, he's fishing off the bank, he's just fishing for catfish, bass, whatever. It's just hardcore fishing. And if you guys like a channel that's not really completely devoted just to bass fishing, and you just like to see somebody that is very personable, comes across very well, then One Rod, One Reel Fishing is a really good channel for you, because you never know what you're going to get. You get something different every day, sort of something that is interesting to everybody out there. But if you just like fishing in general, that's a really good channel, and that's keeps my attention. And that's the thing about it. One of the things that you're going to find out about YouTube channels, guys, is a lot of it is not necessarily the content they put out as much as the personality. You have got to like or enjoy listening to the personality of the YouTuber out there. And everybody has their own unique appeal or unappeal. I mean, you can't try to copy or duplicate anybody else. So everybody that I'm talking here on the list, they have a unique personality that I find appealing to watch out there. So One Rod, One Reel Fishing. Number 8 is Money Bass. Ryan Johnson is the host of this. He has a podcast. And the thing about this, you may find it odd that I think Money Bass is one of the best channels out there, because he does a lot of live scoping and forward-facing sonar videos. But I love Ryan's personality. I think he's a great podcaster. He's very likable. I mean, the topics he talks about, it's like he's got a podcast, sort of a conversationalist, interactive, very, very interesting to listen to. And it keeps my attention. And that's not easy to do in bass fishing, because I've got the things that keep me interested in bass fishing. I've been doing it so long, it's limited. But anyway, Money Bass, Ryan Johnson's podcast, is definitely well worth a listen. I find it very educational, entertaining, and it's just fun to watch. And like I said, even though he loves live scope and he talks about live scope, I'm not holding that against him. It's a really good YouTube channel to watch there. Okay, number 7 is Big Bass Dreams. Our buddy Oliver Nye, his girlfriend Riley Kolich. They are, guys, there are not two people in this country that spend more time on the water than Oliver Nye and Riley Kolich doing the Big Bass Dreams YouTube videos out there. That they are all over the place. They're on saltwater, they're on freshwater, they're on East Coast, Central, West Coast. They are on the water freaking every day out there. And it's very educational. Oliver is well known as one of the premier big bass experts in the United States. That's where he sort of gained fame. But he's obviously a super well-rounded angler out there, and him and Riley do a really good show together. And it's really educational, really fun to watch. So Big Bass Dreams, Oliver Nye is a real good one there. Next one, guys, is Mike Canelli's Fishing. I think this probably doesn't come to a big surprise to everybody. Mike, a recent Hall of Famer inductee. Thing about Ike Show, super educational, super entertaining. He's very consistent posting videos. He's got YouTube videos, he's got the podcast, he's got a lot of different educational material. And if you like Ike's personality, which is very high energy, and you want to learn from a hardcore angler that is at the top of his game, Mike Canelli Fishing is a great channel to watch. Mike Canelli is arguably one of the greatest bass fishermen that's ever lived out there, and you're definitely going to learn something from watching Mike Canelli Fishing. Next one, number 6. Again, a couple of these have been on my list before. Another returner is Matt Stefan Fishing. Guys, you can't leave Matt Stefan off the list. Probably, in my opinion, one of the top 3 educational bass fishing channels out there. Matt doesn't do it, he's sort of like me, he doesn't do a lot of on the water stuff, but if you're wanting to learn about fishing and you don't have to be entertained by fish catches, that's what I like about Matt's stuff. And he gets down to the hardcore juice. Everything he does is backed up through performance. He was the Tackle Warehouse Invitationals Angler of the Year this year. Super sharp, super smart guy. He's got a plethora of tips out there. Puts out really good stuff every day. Can't ever leave Matt Stefan Fishing off the list. Next one, guys, this is not a plug for me because you guys know I work with him, is Johnny Schultz and Fish the Moment. I don't care who's on it or who's not on it. You cannot ever leave Fish the Moment off of your list on the best YouTube channels out there. Johnny Schultz is in my opinion, is one of the top bass anglers in America today. He does not get the notoriety because he doesn't tournament fish from his own choosing. He'd rather educate and make videos. But Johnny Schultz is probably the most intelligent bass fisherman in the entire world today. If you spend 5 minutes with the guy, you will come away impressed. The Fish the Moment has a great production on they do on their videos. It's always very well done, very professional. Super educational. There's not any fluff whatsoever in it. Is absolutely one of the top. It's always in the top 5 in a YouTube channel, in my opinion. Okay, the next one, which would be, you got 3 left over there. Next one, which I guess would be number 8, is Ruth Fishing. I talked about Luke a little bit earlier this year. Luke is a regional angler that fishes here in Missouri. Does super well here in our regional and local tournaments in Missouri, and he has a YouTube channel. By the way, guys, I'll put the links to all these channels in the description of the video if you guys want to check them out. But Luke does a lot of YouTube shorts. He does a lot of tournament recap videos. He films his videos with a GoPro camera that he fishes regionally here, and you can see exactly what he's doing in the tournaments. He does very well in the tournaments. He explains it out there. He's funny. He's hammer on the water out there. He's under the radar. A lot of people haven't seen his channel yet, but if you want to get some realistic hardcore fishing and be entertained with his shorts, check out Ruth Fishing. Okay, got 2 more left. The number 9 one out there, or I guess number 2 on the list, is Bass Fishing Declassified. And again, guys, since I'm tied in with them, I'm not trying to self-promote here. I simply, in my opinion, Bass Fishing Declassified is the number 2 best YouTube channel out there if you want to learn about fishing. You got Kyle Cordiana, you got Miles Berghoff, Matt Stefan, Jimmy Easterling, myself, we contribute to the thing. I'm not talking about watching my stuff on it. I'm talking about the overall, the way that Bass Fishing Declassified is put together. But this is a bi-weekly YouTube channel. They cover everything. They cover seasonal patterns, tactics, techniques in detail, and you get the perspective from 5 different anglers out there. So if you are wanting to learn hardcore about bass fishing Declassified, check it out. And you know, if you don't think, I can promise you, after you watch it, you will think it belongs number 2 on the list there. Okay, number 1 top YouTube channel of 2023, in my opinion, is Zaldangerous. Talked about, they've sort of made a quick rise onto my list over the past year. But Chris Zaldane and his wife Trait, they have a podcast, and they got a YouTube channel both. But they are arguably probably the 2 most knowledgeable anglers out there in terms of the pulse of the bass fishing industry. So if you want to keep up with what's going on in bass fishing, professional fishing, all the latest news, the latest anything that's a current hot topic in fishing, Zaldangerous is absolutely the best YouTube channel out there. And also they do a YouTube channel with just different techniques and tactics and some tournament recaps and that type of stuff that you can learn about. But the main thing, guys, is I really like watching the show. I mean, the dynamic between Chris and Trait and the guests they have on, they have 1 guest on per show, and they do sort of a back and forth sparring. It's sort of like a free for all. You never know what you're going to get. And the thing I like about it is they don't hold back on there. They don't try to sugarcoat anything. They tell the reality of the situation. They don't mind hurting somebody's feelings if that's part of the conversation. It's real. It's probably the most real podcast in bass fishing today, and that's why I really like it, and it's earned the list of number 1. So anyway, best bass fishing channels in my opinion for 2023: Zaldangerous, Bass Fishing Declassified, Luke Ruth Fishing, Fish the Moment, Matt Stefan, Mike Canelli Fishing, Big Bass Streams, Money Bass, and One Rod, One Reel Fishing. Well worth some time checking them out. So let me know what you guys think. We'll talk later.